A lot of Christian women nowadays have such a swelling sense of pride that they fat heads can't even fit through the church doors. How do you even get into church with your head so big? And you kind of got to wonder who's deflating your fat head. At some point, somebody got to come do it, don't they? Because if you just let this sense of pride go on and they just think they the best thing to ever exist on the planet Earth, God's gift to men, they just think they are. And nobody challenges this. They sit here and flutter around and talk about what men ought to be. And then you shine a light on them and shine a mirror on them and say, well, you ain't all that. And then they get hurt. Well, I'm here today to do that very thing. I've seen a post and I'm just like, this is insane. It's a video of a young man and he's in shape. He's looking good. I'm trying to work on my weight right now. I'm trying to get in shape. I'm trying to get back to what I was when I was wrestling and fighting and boxing and doing stuff like that. I'm trying to get back into it. He's in good shape. Look at this young man. Now look at the response that he gets. You know what? I'm gonna have to pull up that video just so I can read some of these responses. Look at that. So these he's showing the responses from in the evil responses he's getting, and then he's showing the ladies and what they look like. So one of the responses, just to give you context, says, "I hope he doesn't think he looks good." Wow. That's the responses. All of them are in that nature, trying to put this young man down. Here's another response. His entire personality is ego gross. What? No. How can you say that when all I have to do is click one? If you go on Instagram and put the search page right now, it ain't nothing but girls in booty shorts twerking all in the camera, so you can see each crevice of every little indentation of their cheeks. And then you don't have nobody saying nothing. But yet a man shows his arms and they feel like they gotta rip him down to size. And then when you look back at them, they ain't nothing to look at. Let's just be real. Ain't none of them even mid, to be honest. Where does that audacity come from? And it's a problem in the church as well, because a lot of these women claim to be Christians in the church. They come up in the church and they say, well, I just want God to give me a man. And you be like, you're 250 pounds. What man is gonna carry you down the altar and he can't carry you at all? What is going on here? The audacity of these women to think that they are better than. Let me just, hopefully, y'all got to read some of these comments. It wasn't that I was even going to talk about this, but then I seen so many things within the same realm. You want to pull up the old lady audacity picture, and this one really hit me because I'm like, how do you not see reality when you look in the mirror? How do you not see that? Is there a possible way you can look at your own life and say, I'm just fine, and you look like this lady looks? And it says, I spent my savings on an elite matchmaking agency only to meet an array of mediocre men. If you look at this lady, I don't know if you can see my phone. She is a mediocre older woman. She's mediocre. She's not she's not a looker. Let's just put that. Since we can't get it up on the screen, I'll describe it to you. She is a mediocre woman. She's not a good-looking woman. She is over here saying, let me read this again so you can fully absorb it. I spent my savings on elite matchmaking agencies only to meet an array of mediocre men. What would cause her to think she's not mediocre? There she is. Okay, there she is. Just in case y'all didn't believe me and y'all really thought she was like fine. This is a lady saying that she is just tired of all these mediocre men. She just can't stand that all these mediocre men are out there because she's obviously beautiful, right? She obviously just, is so far above what a mediocre man would be at. There's no possible way a mediocre man could look at her and say, I'm on the same level as her. What's wrong with these people? Who in their right mind thinks and looks at that girl and says, you deserve, and here's a problem that I have with a lot of women. If you're a Christian, you shouldn't lie, for one. But if you're a Christian woman and a woman's like this friend, you should tell her the truth. And you have a duty to do that because she's going to be a lot more sad at the end of her life when she can't find a mate because she's going for Chad. She going for the dude with the chisel jaw and the six, you know, with rock solid abs, and he's 6'5", and then she wonder why she can't get him. And her friends, this is the problem I have with a lot of women. Her friends will come along and say, he doesn't deserve you. That's a lie. He deserves way more than you. You're disgusting. That's what you need to hear. And people don't want to say that type of stuff because it hurts women's feelings. And then they go off and cry and say they don't like your tone and how you talked and you shouldn't have delivered the truth in that way. But then she can call the whole race of men mediocre. She can call the majority, let's not put words in her mouth. She didn't call all men on the planet mediocre. But she said all the men that on her dating apps are mediocre. That's disgusting, dude. She's mediocre.